Hi, I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I will be hunting pennies. I've got another 20 rolls of pennies, so I'll do another penny hunt. And this will also be episode 1 of a book field series that I'm going to do. I have 2 of these Whitman books. This one is from 1920 to 1988, and this one is from 1988 all the way to 2012 when the last penny was struck. And I will be attempting to fill this one as well. I have a few rolls from left over from my previous hunt, so I'll also use those to fill out any spots that these don't fill out. I'll try to keep the best ones out of there. And but my priority, of course, is to fill the gaps in my current collection. So let me get set up and I'll bring you in on what I'm looking for my coin album, and then we'll get started. All right, I got my penny book over here. I've already taken out some pages just to show you what I am missing. So starting with the 1920, when it's the year that we started with small pennies, I am missing 22, 23, 24, all in the early 20s and 30s. Of course, this is the famous 1936 with a dot underneath. I think there's only 4 examples that are known. I'm never going to find this one anyways. And moving on to the next ones over here, I am missing a 1955 with a shoulder fold and a 1965 with the large beads and the pointed 5 variety. And I'm missing on the next page here a 1985 with the pointed 5 variety. And then we have some NIFCs here, a 1998 with a W. I don't expect to find that one in circulation. This one was a 1999 with a P composition mark, where they changed the composition to a steel core, a copper-plated steel core. So these were designed to test vending machines. So that would be a bonus to find in circulation. And I have a few others here that I'm looking for. The 2001 with a P composition mark. This one is a 2000 W with a Winnipeg mint mark. That one is an NIFC. Same thing with the 2003 with a WP mint mark. And a 2006 P with a P composition mark. So 2006 was the year where they started introducing the mint logo. So you can see this over here. You can see the mint logo beneath the queen over here. And so there's a version without a mint logo. There's a version that I'm missing that has a P underneath the queen for a plated steel. And then there's the one with the mint logo. So I'm missing that over here. And a few varieties over here that need to be looked at. When they started making these pennies copper plated with a steel core, some pennies were made with the old composition, and so they're non-magnetic. And so there's a lot of magnetic and non-magnetic varieties that I'll keep an eye out for as well. All right. I'm going to go right into the hunt, and I'll bring you in on my first find. Well, this is roll 1. I saw this roll over here that said US on it. So I am going to assume that this is a roll composed of American pennies. So let's have a look. Oh, look at that. We have a Steely 1943D steel penny. That is awesome. Yeah, these are all American. Look very quickly for any Wheaties over here. Here's a Wheatie. 1944 Philadelphia mint mark. Or I should say lack of a mint mark means it was Philadelphia. I'll just go very quickly for the Wheaties and see if there's any more. Oh, here is a 2009. This is, I believe, his early years. This is commemorating Lincoln, 2009. This one is from Philadelphia. So the reverses are all commemorative. There's 4 varieties, I believe. That's awesome. Lower mintage year, 2009. Some newer shield scents over here as well. Okay, so it looks like that these were the only Wheaties. So I'll bring you in on my next find. Roll 2. What an amazing mishmash of coins. So these on the bottom over here are the only Canadians in this roll. And we have actual foreigns from, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 Americans over here. None of them are Wheaties. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pennies or pence from Great Britain. Here, this one here happens to be a 1975. And I have 4 of these Venezuelan 5 centimos. 5 centimos, 5 cents from Venezuela. And I have 1 cent over here from Singapore. This one is 1977. So what a great mishmash. I'll set the American pennies aside. I'll have a look through them at the end of the hunt. And I'll put these up on the board. Oh, and I realized I just put it up on a board. I did have a young head, a 1964 young head Queen Elizabeth, which I will count as a find. Roll 3, some nice blazers over here. I have a 77, a 78, and a 79, and a few young heads. So I have a 1963. Variety to check for is the hanging 3 variety, which this is not. This is a variety over here. The 1983, there's 2 varieties. They're fairly common, so they're not. There's no extra value. But you look at the distance between the rim over here at the bottom right-hand corner of the obverse, the Queen's bust there. You'll see the big gap between the denticles, the little dots there, and the rim. So this is the wide bead variety. Interesting find. I'll put that over there. And there's a 1962 hanging 2 variety, the harp variety. This is neither of them. There's also a doubled date, which this is not. So this is another young head over there for the board. And finally, another 64 for the board. This was the last year that they had used the young head on the obverse. Well, I was quite excited when I put this one out. First of all, I found a 1965. This is the large bead blunt 5 variety. But then I saw a King George over here and then another one over here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go through these live and see what there is in this roll here. Here's a 1953. This is a 1953, 1947, 1951. We got an American over here. 72. Is that an S? 72S. I don't get S's that often. That's cool. I'll put it up here for now. 1953. Another George the Sixth. 1944. 1959, 1956, 1964, 1951. This one is a 1943, 1953. That's cool. 1940. Cool. 1943. 1951. Oh, this one is in good condition, still retaining some of its original luster. Wow, look at that. This one might be an upgrader. And then we have another pence from England. This one is 1989. I'll put that in my pile over here. 1947, no maple leaf. 1969. 1953. Oh, this one's smaller. This one is this a New Zealander coin? Yeah, New Zealand. 1976, I recognized it with the leaf. Awesome, and this is, I think, the most foreigns I've ever found. Another King George VI, this is a 1945. 1960. 1943. 1951. These might upgrade a lot of in my book. 1943. 1952. Wow, look at that one. 1939. 1948. 1952. 1947. Now, this is the 1947 with the maple leaf. Let me show you on the scope here. There you go. That's the maple leaf. And the 2 varieties that you need to look for is the blunt 7. What we're looking for is the top corner of the 7 closest to the right up there, closest to the maple leaf sprig there. This is the blunt 7, and there is a pointed 7 where it comes to a sharp point. So this is the blunt 7. 1946. 1938, officially the oldest in the box. This one is a young head, so that is a 1959. $1940, $1948, wow, good condition. $1948, wow, very nice. And the last one in this roll is a 1951. Roll 4, a whole other bunch of Americans, but the ones of note over here, we have Wheatie, a 1940 Denver, cool, and a 1967 Rock Dove. To look for is doubling either in the Canada and the date or doubling over here in the Regina, but this one is not doubled. So what I've done is I put the 60s, 50s, 40s, and 30s over here. That's how I'm going to put them. And going forward, because I got so many, let's keep going. Roll 8, 7 more Americans into the American pile for later. Roll 9, 2 1967s. So this one is not in bad shape at all. None of these have the doubling. There's doubling on the date. And I got a 1965. This one is the blunt 5. The tip of the 5 there ends it vertically. And small bead variety, which is the most common variety. Now let's go over here to the scope. And I have a couple to show you that I found. Roll 11, so we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 more Americans to the American pile. A 1967 Rock Dove. No doubling on this one. We have a 1964 Young Head, as well as a 1960 Young Head. Cool. Roll 12, we got a 1952 King George. Awesome. And 5 more Americans for the American pile. Roll 13, one extra American and a dime. So I'm 11 cents over on this roll. Awesome. No other finds though. Roll 14, 3 more Americans for the American pile. I am setting aside over there all of the best ones for each year, plus the magnetic and non-magnetic varieties for the ones starting in 2000. So far so good. I'm going up to 1960 over here because of the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. I'm going to use these ones over here. So far so good for the album fill. Roll 15, 2 more finds. We got a 1965. This is the Blunt 5 small bead variety. Again, fairly common. As well as a 1963. This one does not have the hanging 3 on this one. And 5 more Americans for the American pile. Roll 16, 2 more foreign finds. Another new penny from Great Britain. This one is from 1971. Into the pile it goes. And a new addition, a new country. This one is Commonwealth of the Bahamas from 2001. And this is 1 cent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the United States, 6 foreign countries so far. We got a 1964 Young Head over here, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Americans for the American pile. Roll 17, 5 more Americans for the pile. Roll 19, second last roll. So we have another one of these 1967 Rock Doves. No doubling on this one. And 2 Americans for the American pile. Roll 20, finishing the hunt with a bang. Another foreign, this time it's 2 euro cents. This one is from Ireland, 2008. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more Americans. These go over here, but these 2 are Wheaties. So we have a 1953 Denver and a 1946 Philadelphia. Now that's not it. Let's look over here at this one, this 1962. So there's varieties to look for. But look at the doubling on the 9 and the 6 and the 2 there. That is amazing. That, I think, would be the find of the box. I love the book fillers, but such an obvious double die is awesome to find. So next step, I will go through the old rolls of pennies that I had gone through already, just to make sure that, to see if any of them are better than these over here, so that I can keep the best for my book filler. And then I'll go right into searching through my Americans to see if there's any book fillers for those as well for my collection, and if I find any varieties. I'll bring you in when I'm done that. Well, this is it. I've gone through my book, a lot of upgraders. Unfortunately, no new additions. I thought I had found a variety that I was missing, and I was not, unfortunately. So no book fillers, no new additions. However, a lot of upgrades, which is really, really good. The best ones that remained after I upgraded the ones in my book are in here. And so let's look at the first book. Now, the first year for the maple leaf design is 1937. So all of these old ones are going to be bonuses. I don't expect to find any of these guys over here in circulation. Seeing that the penny is out of circulation now, unless I'm extremely lucky. So in this first book, excluding the ones prior to 1937, we're missing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The pointed 5 I'm also missing in my collection, so I'd have to find 2, and the odds of finding this one are very unlikely. Yeah, that's the first book. Lots of nice red coins over here. Even this 1951, there were 2 that were red like this, so it's impressive. And the second book is, I think, all full except for the 2010 magnetic, P meaning steel plated. I don't think that there's any non-magnetic 2007 and 2008, so I had put the 2003 uncrowned P magnetic one over here, which there wasn't a spot in the book for, and a 2006 with the logo that is non-magnetic, there was no spot in the book for. So that is that. So what I will be doing with this book is when I get to, with these 2 books, is when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will include these 2 books as a part of the giveaway. Hopefully they'll be full by then. So stay tuned for future episodes where I fill this one out. I haven't gone through my massive amount of Americans over here. I've decided this video is long enough as it is, and I will go ahead and do those in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. The giveaway for this week is an unclaimed prize. I will be giving away this 50-cent 2002 Golden Jubilee commemorative 50-cent piece. All you have to do is leave a comment down below. Early in the month of October or late in the month of September, I will do all of my month of September giveaways. So leave your comment and you'll be eligible to win this coin. Now, if you haven't already, click my logo over here to subscribe to my channel for my 500 likes giveaway and for my 500 subs giveaway and my 1,000 subs giveaway. For my big giveaways, you have to be subscribed to be eligible to win. Here's a video that you might like. It's my last penny hunt, and a playlist if you want to see a whole bunch of my videos back to back. Until next time, thanks for watching.